is completely different from the time and space of the dream world is different from what we experience in the waking state experience, Maharaj. Uh, how the karma pala manifests, what is how the prarabdha manifests between the dream state and waking state, because we know that the time is completely different, and also the spaces are different. How karma manifests in dream, Maharaj. Also, there are different layers of dreams. For example, sometimes mind projects dreams, sometimes we get some experiences also through dreams. How the lingering between the waking state and the dream state actually impacts, and what is the theory behind this one?
How many, okay, whatever questions he asked, any only one of you understood? Just ask, okay, forget anyone. Do you understand what you asked? You have asked almost 10 to minimum 8 to 10 questions. Is this right? First, be precise in your question. I know what you want to ask. But you have to be precise. So when there are many questions put together, what answer I'll give? So I'll answer. You are confused, settle down. Ask. Sanjeevi, ask, frame properly. One question at a time.
Okay, Maharaj. Maharaj, the question is how karma manifests in the dream state, Maharaj.
Thank you. Why you are interested in dream that took manifestation of karma in dream state? Because maybe either some dream you have gone through or going through, which is either giving some hope or creating some frustration. If the dream does not give any hope, serious hope, or some frustration, nobody will waste time analyzing the dream world. That's why if you observe those who are psychologically challenged, not disturbed, like mentally challenged, physically challenged. So we have to use the word psychologically challenged, new word. So those who are psychologically challenged, they do analyze dream a lot. Today I saw black horse. Tomorrow, white horse. Next day, I see pig. And also they will come up, Swamiji, I did not see any dream today. Something wrong. So I call that analyzing too much dream is completely waste of time and you are damaging your thinking process. Never ever waste in analyzing your dream world. Secondly, that when you continue dreaming Maybe you can take some reference. We have beautiful sayings like that. We said the fourth quarter of night, around 3:30. Whatever dream you see, and if that is very clear to you, and afterwards, naturally, you don't feel like sleeping, that dream we consider as a projection of total subconscious mind. Means that is something going to happen or supposed to happen. Not as it is, with mischief. Not related to you, maybe related, not directly to you, maybe related to you. Whereas, if while sitting you start dreaming, or listening to the class also you start dreaming, then you know better. And moreover, as for Vedanta, through dream, we allow our unresolved mind to get resolved. Like there is a beautiful joke goes, as you know. So in the anger management, they teach that a person says, look, especially a teenager says, look, I never get angry with my father. I know how to manage my anger with reference to father, because all the teenager boys will have anger for their father, okay? I manage it very well. Why? Your father is, you know, father is a military man, okay? The expression, okay? And if really the fellow is a military man, don't ask. And still, I know how to manage. How is it possible? Very simple. Whenever I get angry with my father, I take his brush. Okay? What is the brush? And with the brush, I manage anger. What do you do? I take the brush, his brush, toothbrush, okay? And clean the toilet. And again, put it back. This is beautiful way to laugh. And that is not anger management. You understand what I'm trying to say? But it works. It works for the boy. Imagine if father comes to know this, what will happen? We'll ask him to get out of the house, okay? And we'll make a will that will never this fellow enter into the house. So that is not right approach of managing anger. So also, unfolding my subconscious mind, dream is not only way. Maybe one of the way, nothing wrong in it, if it gets unfolded. And moreover, dream comes not only based on your karma or your mind, also place will create its own dream. Especially hotels, when you go and stay, the previous fellow who has come and stayed, that fellow's mind, that fellow's thinking also will be there in you. Just an example of also food. That's why all these Swamiji, they say sopaki. All the Swamijis, they cannot cook. That's why they will carry one assistant. And with from one assistant only they eat. They don't eat from everybody's hand. Only one person. Or somebody said, no, I am sopaki because I cook myself. They will never eat from anybody's hand. So, in short, the place, the food, who is with whom you are interacting, all these things also part of my dream world, even if you are conscious in your waking state. And being a Vedantic student, we should not give too much importance to the dream. Yes, if you see dream, fourth quarter of night and very vividly clear after you wake up, and after that you don't feel sleep. Even if you try to sleep, still sleep doesn't come. With that sleep, dream, you can be watchful, you can be careful. Other than that, I don't see any importance in the dream at all. In fact, it is exactly, it's a very bad joke, okay? It is exactly after eating nice, the best food, and you go to bathroom. Do you look back? Dream is that. Thank you. But remember, if you have eaten some gold on inside, okay, then you have to be careful. You have to look back. Okay, good. So our youngest student, okay, I don't know whether it's youngest student or teacher, okay. Now I have going to have two devils, okay. I don't know children, I don't know how they grow. This fellow now he's here. He has attacked everything, including my chapel. Now Vaishnavi small girl is here. Moment she sees my chapel, she wants to put that chapel, only her eyes on my chapel. She's crying, no, I want that. So each one, what can I do, okay? But I enjoy, okay? Next.
Namaste, Swamiji. Uh, so we talked about at the time of death, whatever our thoughts are, that is what we will become in our next life. That is what will become our next life. So we don't know when our death time will come. So how to practice uh, our Ishvara in everything so that at the time of death it comes naturally, or I'm not forcing something during that time. So how to practice that, Swamiji?
Very good. In fact, there is a beautiful story I was told in my childhood, which communicates this carefully. So there was a person. So he was doing business and doing very well. And he knows also culturally was growing up. Look, at the death time, whatever I think that will happen, better I should remember the name of the Lord. So keeping that in mind, so what he did, so he had three children. So each name he gave Lord's name. Narayana, Vishnu, Madhava. So anyway, he will call any one name. So if he says, Madhava, give me water. Madhava, where are you? Narayana, where are you? So Narayana comes. So he gave name. That's why in India, everybody gives the name to their children, not that to understand that you will be a understanding person or spiritual person or religious person. No, for their benefit sake. All have their invested interest, okay? However, let us not get into, like in Italy also, any woman, Maria will be there. Here also there are many Marias, okay? Maria Laura Maria Talamoni. So she doesn't use Maria, but it's there. I think Stefania name might be there somewhere, Maria. See, Maria. So everywhere in Italy, Maria. Stefano also same thing, some same name. So each one they add something or other. It is there. So all their parents are not, my child will be religious or spiritual. No, they have their own interest, okay? Every country. So this man did it. What he did? Look, at the time of death, if I call Narayana, no problem. Madhava, no problem. Or Vishnu, no problem. Anyone I'll call. And when this father was living like this, you imagine what sort of children they will have. They will be another equally crook. So one day he was feeling uncomfortable. They are running business, so no problem. So he said, okay, now let my elder son be here. So other two were in the business setting. Then when the situation became a little worse, this elder son sent a message, the youngest one to come quickly because father is not okay. So youngest one came. Now the middle one was sitting in the shop near the cash box. And business was going on. Now after some time, this middle one started thinking, hey, why the youngest one being called? Maybe the eldest and youngest are dearer to parents. Father, I am the middle one. I am not going to get anything. Why should I sit here? Let people handle. Maybe some secret discussion is going on. Let me join. Now when he joins back, when he goes to see father, not father as a father, but to get last benefit. Now what the father says, hey, you three are here. Who is near the cash box? So to communicate this, that if whole life I'm thinking of cash box, and cash box. So towards the end, even if I plan anything, only cash box will come, nothing will come. So what I keep thinking, that I do. That's why in Varnashrama Vyavastha, in Vedic culture, a grihastha, especially a married person, once makes the child married. The son is being married. Chapter is over. Supposed to go for Vanaprastha. Means withdraw. Not waiting for granddaughter, grandson to be born, to take care of them, do this, do that. Then grandchild also should get married, understand? To see great grandchild. Because once you withdraw, then you spend time, then you become more rajasic, not tamasic, okay? And from that, you started dissociating yourself. That's why generally after 60 years, because one cycle you complete. Once you reach 60, after that, that is not your job to do anything for anybody. Your job is to uplift yourself so that you start living in a different way, preparing yourself for at least, next life. Thank you. Mm. I think this point I had shared with you all of you long back, if you remember. In Odisha, we have some practices. I don't know nowadays if there are not. Especially what they do. when this preta karma will be going on. Preta karma means after the person dies. So after the body is cremated, so all the karmas will start. Especially after cremation and this ash is being kept it, put it in the water. So when preta karma continues, so the person is invoked. Lamp will be continuing. And it is really, you can feel that the person will be there. And, in Odisha, they follow on 10th night, a lot of food and other things will be given outside in the night. And they make, it's a very nice concept. I have seen many occasions. So they will make a fine sand bed where the lamp will be there. A real fine sand bed. Not a single spot will be there. Not necessarily, some like 40 cents by 40 cents, sometimes around. And that room, of course, nobody will be there. The lamp will be there and the sand bed. And of course, they will call invoke. And the karta who is doing this ritual will carry food on his shoulder. That's why the one who becomes karta for 1 year cannot do anything. The rituals goes. Then when this happens, and sometimes lamp goes off, not good sign. And then when you come back, so everybody eyes will be on that sand bed. And I have seen personally many occasions, there will be marks. Sometimes human being, like feet of a human being, small child feet. Sometimes different animal like tiger, ox, dog. So different type of foot mark, 1 foot will be there. And I myself, because when I started exploring all these things, you know what I do? The moment I see something wrong, I myself will put the hand and make a mess. So I am the first person to create the mess. Then of course everybody will scold, but I didn't bother. Those days I didn't bother. Okay, scold me, what is that? So why to give a information to anybody? And sometimes there will be no mark at all. So when no mark at all, that means the jiva did not get any or not going to get the birth quickly. As a preta is hanging. So there are a lot of procedures are there. Not to make out, just having a doubt. That's why we have also in all over India we have. As birth time is important, also death time is equally important. What time a person dies is not necessarily important for that jiva, but is important for the rest of the family. There are occasions I have noticed. If the person dies in a wrong time, within 1 year, we'll make sure we'll take 1 or 2 bodies, 1 or 2 people along with him or her. You cannot do anything unless you do a lot of rituals to stop it. So we have a lot of procedures for that. So, in short, life to be lived. And while living, I should see the growth. And I don't know whether I'll reach the destination called moksha or not. But at least I am a traveler enjoying the moksha while I'm living. And with this attitude, which comes out of understanding, listening to Vedanta, I will be able to manage whatever prarabdha comes in front of me. Because with reference to prarabdha, I don't have any choice. Nor I can control, nor I regulate, nothing I can do. Only I can learn to respond. Other than responding, can I do anything? Try. Impossible. You cannot do anything. Look at Lord Krishna could not do it. Vyasacharya could not do it. The best example, this, Janmejaya and Vyasa Sambhada. We have discussed many times. Don't go to south. That in the horse, white horse. Even if you go to in white horse, not south. Even if you go to south, don't look at any woman. Even if you look at, don't fall in love. If you fall in love, don't get married. If you get married, don't make a queen. Even if you make queen, don't make a main queen. But don't worry, I'm telling you, you'll do everything. This is called prarabdha. Even if you know also, helplessly, you will do what prarabdha demands. That's why in life, when you understand more and more, you cannot be critical of anybody in your life. You may get irritated with a person. Remember, you may get irritated with a person, but you cannot be critical of anyone in your life. Because each one is on getting its own prarabdha. Maybe you are lucky enough, you could handle it, manage it. Because previous lives you have done many things. Other person not lucky enough, not able to handle, manage. That's why with reference to some issue happens, you can get irritated, nothing wrong. But never ever become critical. Thank you all of you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all of you.